Okay, in the previous class we solved a problem based on your direct form 1 and 2 for IAR filter. Next we go with the next form, that is cascade form. Here an example is given here how to solve this problem. Okay, already in FIR filters we came to know how a cascade form is going to be considered and how to solve a problem. Here also we are going to consider of that, but remember what is the standard form. If you remember that, it will be easy to solve any of the problem. Okay, first we here is a problem is given. What's the problem? We have to consider of a transfer function, that is h of z is equals to 1 plus 1 by 5 z inverse divided by 1 minus 1 by 2 z inverse plus 1 by 3 z raised to minus 2. It is multiplied with 1 plus 1 by 4 z raised to minus 1. Okay, whatever the problem it's given in cascade form, first you have to write in a cascade, that is in terms of h1 of z and another as h2 of z. This you can take as h1 of z and another is taken as h2 of z. It's going to be combining like this. It is going to be cascading. The same thing here we are going to use here. Due to that, first consider the h of z. Here it is taken as h1 of z into h2 of z. Next, for a given equation, represent in terms of h1 of z and h2 of z. Here we consider as 1 by 1 plus 1 by 4 z inverse as h1 of z. Next, the remaining part of the equation, here it is 1 plus 1 by 5 z inverse divided by 1 minus 1 by 2 z raised to minus 1 plus 1 by 3 z raised to minus 2 taken as h2 of z, what I wrote in the here, that is h1 of z and h2 of z. Next, standard form h1 of z is taken as b10 divided by 1 plus a11 z inverse, that is of first one, that is h1z, and h2 of z is the standard form is of b20 plus b21 z inverse divided by 1 plus a21 z raised to minus 1 plus a22 z raised to minus 2. Represent that as your h2 of z. From this you will be getting your coefficient values, that is b10 as 1, then a11 as 1 by 4, then b20 as 1, b21 as 1 by 5. Next, a21 as minus 1 by 2, a22 as 1 by 3. This is how you have to solve. Next, we have to draw the diagram for this. Consider here the coefficient values. Our b10 is 1, then a11 is of minus 1 by 4, then a21 is 1 by 2, b21 as 1 by 5, a22 as minus 1 by 3. This is how we have to represent in a cascade form. This whole will represent your h1 of z and the second term is representing your h2 of z. This is how we have to solve the problem based on cascade form. Next, a problem where we are going to use your parallel form. Here is a problem, it's given, that is h of z is equals to 1 minus 2 by 3 z inverse divided by 1 minus 7 by 8 z inverse plus 3 divided by 3 2 z raised to minus 2. It is going to be multiplied with 1 plus 7 by 4 z inverse minus 1 by 2 z raised to minus 2 divided by 1 minus z inverse plus 1 by 2 z raised to minus 2. Okay, whenever the problem is given, first represent a given equation in terms of a z. What I can do here, take 1 by, I can write z inverse as 1 by z. Okay, then here taking z as a common, so I will be left with z into z raised z minus 2 by 3. I will remove this. Here how it's going to change, observe here. If I take z as a common, you will be getting like this, z into z minus 2 by 3, here z square, here you have to take 1 by z square as common, here you will be taking 1 by z. When you take z outside, here it's going to be z square and z, it's going to be in a numerator, so you will be left with z here. For that reason here z into z minus 2 by 3, that's the reason here. Next we will left with z square minus 1 by 8z plus 3 by 32. In the next part, z square minus 7 by 4z minus 1 by 2, z square minus z plus 1 by 2. Next, this z here going to be multiplied or else shifting towards your LHS. So I will be taking as h of z by z, and remaining whole part is as it is. After this, take the fractions of this. Okay, if you take, you will be getting as factors of this, that is z minus 3 by 4, z minus 1 by 8, and for this you will be getting as z minus 1 by 2 minus j 1 by 2, z minus 1 by 2 plus j 1 by 2. Here is a complex pole, it's a real poles. Okay, after that, by using a fractional expansion method, we have to take each for z minus 3 by 4, z minus 1 by 8, then z minus 1 by 2 minus j 1 by 2, z minus 1 by 2 plus j 1 by 2 for each a1, a2, a3 and a4. For each. Okay, hope we solved many problems how to do these in Simpson system. Here also you are going to use the same. Okay, then what you have to do? Find what is the a1 value, a2 value, a3 value and a4 value. Hope you all know how to solve this problem. Okay, but it's a lengthiest. Go by one step, you will be getting the result. Okay, after if you solve a1, a2, a3, a4, you will be getting a1 as 2.933, a2 as minus 2.947, a3 as 2.507 minus j 10.45, then a4 as 2.507 plus j 10.45. Okay, this is what the equation you will be getting. Next, what I am going to do here, I will be combining these two. Okay, if I combine, I will be getting the same result. This only. Again, I will be combining these two. I mean this whole, taking the LCM of denominator. Then if I do same, denominator will be remaining same what we gone with the previous. You will be taking the same next step also. Observe here. If I take the LCM of this, if I do the calculation here, you will be getting the result of the first one, that is, if you take the LCM and if I do the calculation here, you will be getting as minus 0.014z plus 1.843. Okay, the denominator is of same. Okay, here also if I take the LCM of this and then if I solve the numerator, then I will be getting as 5.02z plus 7.743 divided by z square minus z plus 1 by 2. After this, I am going to multiply this z towards your RHS. Okay, after multiplication, you will be getting the result like this. Just we multiplied the z here. Okay, you will be getting as minus 0.014z square plus 1.843z divided by the same. Denominator will not changing here, only the numerator part is going to be changed. Okay, next again we are converting the equation to the in terms of z inverse. First we convert it to z, again to the z inverse. To do that, what you have to do, just multiply with the z raised to minus 2 for the numerator and also for the denominator, z raised to minus 2. If you do, you will be getting this equation, that is 0.014 plus 1.843 z inverse. Again here also multiply with z raised to minus 2, you will be getting this result. Next, in this case we have the first whole term, the whole term is taken as h1 of z and second is taken as h2 of z. Parallel means we are going to take two sequences, h1 of z and h2 of z, then we are going to adding that and you will be getting the output, that is y of n. It may be x1 of n or x2 of n. If I add, the x1 of n and x2 of n are the input from x of n. This is your impulse response function, that is h1 of z, and here it will be getting as h2 of z. Like this it's going forward. Okay, that's what the parallel form. We'll erase it. Okay. Next, we have to consider h1 of z and h2 of z. h1 of z in general form, it's going to be b10 plus b11 z inverse divided by 1 plus a11 z inverse plus a12 z raised to minus 2. Okay, this is what the equation. If we relate this equation h1 of z with the what we taken, just compare that, and also with the h2 of z, b20 plus b21 z inverse divided by 1 plus a21 z inverse plus a22 z raised to minus 2. If I do just comparing here with the equation and then realizing the equation, here the upper part is taken for your h1 of z, the lower part is taken as for the h2 of z. Here a11, here a11, here a12, here a12. Next b10, b10, b11, b11. Okay, remember the standard form. Next, this is what the first realization. Next realization is going to be taken for h2 of z. Here also a21, just put the coefficient values at a proper way, that's it. Okay, why then a22, a22, then b20, b21, b20 and b21 in cascade form. 1 and 2, you know how a delay function is going to be reduced, based on that your parallel form. Okay, this is how to solve a problem based on cascade and also of a parallel form.